There he is.
Okay, pasting them in our doc. I don't know why pacing was so difficult, but anyway, this is from Travis. You might remember back in November he sent us the one with Thunderdome with the Falcons and then the children. He followed up.
Okay.
He has another one for us. He sent this a while ago, actually, so happy I'm finally getting to it. Hey, guys, got another question for you. Thinking about an eating competition, but need to know if these are reasonable. Can you rank these from hardest to easiest to compete? The contest is to eat 48 of one food item in 16 hours, 8 a.m. to midnight. So your options, 48 eggs, you can cook them however you want, 48 slices of pizza, medium pies, 48 Taco Bell tacos, 48 chicken strips.
Great question. I have...
Who sent that?
Travis Miller.
Travis, thank you.
I have a clarification I need to be made.
Yeah.
Because do you have to eat the eggs just eggs, or can they be part of ingredients?
I think for these purposes, it's they are part of what you would call.
I'll hear out your angle, but I can't guarantee it.
I don't care. I'm just asking if I can. If I can cook a meatloaf with 3 eggs in it, and then cook a cake with 4 eggs in it, and then eat 5 scrambled eggs for breakfast, and then have my lunch be, an egg sandwich. There's an easier path to get the 48 eggs if you're allowed to eat them as ingredients.
I'll allow it. That sounds like a brutal path.
You already
ate a full meatloaf, a full cake. Because it's not like you can have a slice. If you put 3 eggs in there, you got to have the whole thing.
Well, you get all day.
Right.
I don't like eggs.
Right.
Like raw. I like eggs.
Eggs is tricky in this
There's a very big cliff where I think I'd start gagging and throwing up, where I'd enjoy the first 5. The next 5 to 10, I'd force down. And then I think I would have a mental block or a physical block where kind of like you can't chug a gallon of milk, where my body would just reject eggs.
Well, I think that's the interesting.
I was going to say, I think for these purposes, you could make it, if you're making a big omelet or something, the eggs are featured as part of it, of what you're doing.
I just think the eggs of all this other stuff, eggs you don't really naturally overeat. If you think about some of the bigger egg dishes you've ever had, or most eggs you've eaten in your life, that's probably 6 eggs, maybe?
Yeah.
And we're talking 48. And everyone knows 6 goes into 48. 8 times? I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's all around it.
Yeah.
Chicken strips is really
so
easy.
the
7
most
times 7's 49.
The most eggs I've ever eaten in my life times 8? That doesn't seem in play. There is an interesting stipulation on the pizza that it was listed as a Domino's, Papa John's, Pizza Hut.
And the size medium pie.
The slices are smaller. I mean, it's still a killer. An absolute killer.
I have that as the hardest.
Yeah. Maybe that's the game we should... I don't think I can complete any of this. I think the game is...
Which one could you get the farthest?
Yeah.
Chicken strips. Maybe.
That feels like the only one I think I have at least a chance. And maybe I'm underestimating how big that is.
Did he give us a timeline, or is it just in
16 hours? So you're from 8 a.m. to midnight.
You got 4 meals.
Why didn't you just do 24 hours?
People sleep.
You're going to sleep 8 hours.
You wake up, and this is your task till midnight.
So 3 chicken strips an hour? I think I could do it. I'd get gross. Depends on the size, because there's some that are small, some that are big.
Yeah, he says, he listed in his examples Chick-fil-A and Popeyes.
Had Popeyes the other day, and those were full ones.
Yeah, I guess I don't know what exactly constitutes a strip.
So all of these would be 3 an hour in our world.
I think eggs is size-wise the easiest, but for some reason, I think my body would reject
I think
it.
you'd get to that gross threshold.
I do think eggs would be the one, if I actually want to do this, probably the closest I could get to 48. It'd be gross, it'd be miserable.
Also depends on
eggs
the
is the one that just mental hurdle. I know I'm not getting there.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Just eggs.
Yeah. Tacos, if you're doing Taco Bell tacos, soft shell tacos, or
so even soft or hard shell.
Jack in the Box. If you can do Jack in the Box soft shell tacos, that's a tough day, but I could do that.
He does. This is the one he went pretty specific that it is Taco Bell tacos.
And yeah, you go soft taco there. It still ends up being a lot. The 3 an hour is an interesting thing. I do think that brings eggs in play.
1 egg every 20 minutes? Oh, my God.
Yeah, probably my highest end results would be eggs, chicken strips. Man, Domino's pizza slices versus Taco Bell.
Like those aren't particularly large slices.
I think I'm probably tacos than pizza.
I think pizza, there's no chance at all I'd finish it. I could get pretty far.
Pizza, I would be ahead initially on tacos because they're small slices with Domino's. Like they're little.
Yeah. Like the size medium.
But heavy, though.
Then you just hit
they're not
a
thin.
wall.
At some point, you're going to not be able to eat anymore. You need to take a break, and then you're behind again.
Yeah.
Because, like, how far ahead can you really get?
And I say, Normal Dog in the chat said pizza would be enjoyable if it was from a New York pizza place. Yes, but that's also
10 times harder.
Much larger slices.
I think if I did eggs, I'd be on the toilet for the last 12 hours of the day, eating and shitting.
That's fine. That might help.
No.
Yeah.
I think if I did eggs, I'd take 24 and eat them as eggs, and then I'd take 24 and I'd bake a big something.
Okay.
And sneak them somehow.
24 is still a lot. It's 2 cartons.
Mm-hmm. It was a bad day.
Yeah.
If I get 24 eggs for the first 10 hours.
Right.
And then the last 6 hours, I got to eat a moist carrot cake.
It's going to be a gross cake. I think the last thing you'll want to put in your stomach after 24 eggs is a moist carrot cake. A moist, eggy carrot cake.
Good.
Okay.
That'd have to be such a moist carrot cake to fit.
I don't think the moistness helps.
24 eggs.
I think you take that first moist bite and you're reminded of the eggs and you have a bad time.
So this incredibly moist carrot cake recipe calls for 4 eggs. So I mean moist.
Moist. Thorough.